Welcome to my brand spanking new shiny YouTube channel. Adam's Eats, this is it. This is the announcement that I was putting on social media a few days ago. So yeah, you lucky people, you get to see me in the flesh cooking stuff. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Recipes, new kitchen gadgets, tasting stuff from abroad, that kind of stuff. Whatever takes my fancy really. So yeah, go down below, click the subscribe button and follow me for more videos. But wait, I see in the title it said there's a recipe. Yes, I'm going to do a recipe for you today. It's a recipe from Italy, called a place called Puglia, and it's called Fennel sausages with lemon potatoes. I cooked this quite a bit for me and the better half, so I'm going to cook it for you today. Alright, so let's get cracking. Thanks guys. Okay, so let's talk about the ingredients that we need for this recipe. It's very straightforward, not really a lot to it really. As you can see, the ingredients are quite minimal. So you need one lemon, which you need to take the peel off with a peeler, which is here, and you need the juice of just that one lemon. 4 bay leaves, 2 garlic cloves, and a handful of parsley, and then obviously the lemon peel strips. You want 500 grams of new potatoes, 1 brown onion, about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, salt, pepper, and the most important ingredient, the sausages. Now these are quite special, these sausages. They're not just your common or garden banger, which you cannot use. I've tried it with just ordinary sausages and it doesn't work at all. You have to use these sausages, and they're called Fennel sausages, or Italian style sausages. You can get them from good Italian delis, or I got these from Marks and Spencer's. They're about £3 for 6, but you must use these sausages. No other sausages will do. Okay, so let's pack these ingredients up and I'll show you how to put it together. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to prep the sausages. Very simple to do. All you need to do is take each sausage and you want to pinch it in the middle, if you can see that. So pinch it in the middle, and then twist, just like that. So you basically form it into 2 smaller sausages. Okay, and then you just cut through the middle. Oh, he says. Okay, so you end up with 2 sort of smaller mini nuggets, as you were. Okay, and then you just repeat that. I'll do another one for you. Pinch, twist, a couple of times, and slice through the middle. And you just repeat that until you've gone through all of them. Next thing you need to do is to slice your onion. Again, very easy, self-explanatory. We all know how to slice onions, don't we? You don't want to slice it too thick or too thin though. If you slice it too thin, it might have a tendency to burn quicker. If you slice it too thick, it won't cook down enough in the time that you're going to cook the main dish. So you want to get just the right enough thickness. I'll show you that in a second. Peel the onion. Well, it's going to be one of those onions, isn't it? Just, you know, that just don't cooperate. Oh, sake. Oh, there we go. Okay, tell you what I'll do. Sometimes it's a good idea, a little handy tip for you, when you're cooking some stuff and cooking your meals, if you just have a bowl on the side, you can chuck all your rubbish and gubbins in. That's what I've done there. Okay, so what you want to do, slice the onion. You want it about that sort of thickness. So, not too thin, not too thick. Slice it all the way through. Put the end in there. Same for the other half. Bit of paper left on there. All the way through. Just like that. So that's your onion prepped. Okay, next thing to prep is your new potatoes. Now you can peel these. If you peel them, they will absorb more of the flavours from the sausage and the oil and the onions and the bay leaf and everything like that. So it is a little bit worth the time and the effort to obviously peel these. But for the sake of today, I'm not going to bother. It won't make a huge amount of difference, but it does make a little bit of a difference if you do peel them. So yeah, all you want to do is cut them in half, all the way through. You want them sort of, yeah, that sort of size. Not too large, because if they're too big, then they take a long time to cook. If you're getting a slightly larger one like that, you just want to probably cut it into 3. Again, all the way through. We know how to cook potatoes. That one, that one, and that one, and that one. Last one. Some of those look a little bit too big actually. Cut that one in half. You want them all roughly the same size, so they cook evenly. Yeah, that looks about fine. That one as well, probably. Okay, and that's your potatoes done. Okay, so onto the garlic next. Now, people sometimes struggle with garlic. How do you peel it? What's the best way to peel it? And you end up trying to do this and fiddle with bits of paper and all that. The easiest way, back of the knife, bosh. Like that, and then it should, he says, peel off relatively easy. Cool. And then there's your whole garlic clove. Okay, so I've chopped the garlic. As you can see, I'm not going to show you how to do that because, you know, we all know how to chop garlic. And that's pretty much all the prep done now. The only thing left to chop, as it were, is the parsley, but you want to do that right at the end, just before the dish is finished. If you chop it too early, you chop it now, it will bruise, and you want the parsley as fresh as possible, so do that at the very last minute. Okay, we're ready to cook now, so let's move on to cooking the dish. Okay, what I've done is I've put a pan on the heat, and I've put about half of the olive oil inside the pan, and I've got it nice and hot. You want it really, really hot, because what we're going to be doing is browning the sausages. So you just pop them straight in. Okay, you should hear them sizzle nicely. Okay, so once your sausages are nice and brown, just take them out, put them onto a small plate. Like that. That's the colour you're looking for. Just nice golden, you know, don't want them black, don't want them anemic. Anemic. I know what I meant. Just like that really. And in that same pan, don't chuck any of this away, right, that's gold dust. You don't want to get rid of any of that. And then just put your onions in. Just like that. And you want to turn the heat down, and you want to cook these on about sort of a lowish flame. If you cook them too high, they're going to burn. Okay, so the onions have gone nice and soft. All I've done is just put the new potatoes in and the rest of the olive oil, and I've just given it a little bit of a stir, and this just coats everything up around the potatoes, gets all the olive oil around it. And then you just want to add your lemon juice, so juice of a whole lemon, get all that in there. And the next thing you want to add is the bay leaves. Okay, just put those in there. And more. And the lemon peel. Just add those in there like that. And again, just give it a nice stir. Just wipe my hands. Stir that in like that. Coat everything just like this. Okay, just give that a bit of a shake. And then the last thing you want to add is the garlic. Okay, just add the garlic in. You don't add this in earlier because it will burn, and burnt garlic tastes really bitter. I don't know if you've ever made anything, put garlic in it, put it in too early, and then you've sort of got that horrible bitter taste in the dish. Well, that's why. Garlic burns really, really quickly. So what you want to do is add it in at the last minute before you put the liquid in, and just sort of, just toast it up a little bit. Just takes the edge off. That's all you want to do. And then the next thing, obviously, is the sausages. Put them in. Easy. Again, give that a stir. Just like that. Oh, final thing, salt and pepper. Not too much, just a sort of small sprinkling. Pepper, a little bit of salt. And that's it as far as cooking is concerned. All we need to do is just add a little bit of water, just a small amount. You probably want about 50 ml. And what that water does is it emulsifies with everything else. As it cooks down, the water forms a sort of sauce. So if you just add a little bit of water, give it a bit of a shake. Okay, you might be lucky, you might have a pan that's got a lid. I don't. So in this instance, I'm going to use a plate. So again, turn it down to quite a low heat. You just want to sort of putter away. You don't want it sort of vigorously sizzling. And all you need to do is just pop a lid on the top, just like that. Plate. Okay, turn it down to a nice sort of low putter, and just leave that for about sort of 15-20 minutes. We'll come back and hopefully it'll be cooked. Okay, so after about sort of 20 minutes or so, it should be ready. I would suggest that probably about halfway through the cooking process, just have a look, test the potatoes with the point of a knife, add a touch more water as well if it's sort of drying out a little bit, but by this point it should be ready. So if we just take the plate off, this isn't an endorsement to Asda, by the way, just a plate I have lying around. Take the plate off. Just test the potatoes with the point of a knife. They should just go in quite easily, nice and soft, almost fudgy, as it were. And then the last thing to do is just add in your parsley. Very last thing to do. Sprinkle it over, just like that. Give it a good old mix through. Nicely coated, evenly dispersed parsley. Smashing. And that, folks, is done. That's the recipe. That's it. Serve it up. I mean, you could have this with some bread or some salad maybe, but to be honest, it's just as good on its own. This will serve about sort of 2 people or 1 really hungry person. And that's it. Okay guys, that's the recipe done. Hope you liked it. Make it yourself, give it a go. If you've made it, put a comment in the box below, like, subscribe, all that YouTube kind of stuff. Please forgive me if the quality of the video isn't great. I say I'm still getting used to the camera. I probably need to get another type of lens, some more lighting in this kitchen. But yeah, all that to come, folks, and thank you for watching.